I'm back. It's been probably over a year at this point, the last time that I uploaded to YouTube. I've still been posting on like Instagram and things like that, but it's been probably a year or so since I've uploaded. So I figured before I started like vlogging again, I would just come back, do a little sit down video. If you hear a little pitter patter, that's my dog. Um, but I figured I would just do like a little sit down video, catch you up on the last year, although nothing's really changed. We did move, but other than that, literally nothing has changed. But so I figured I would go ahead and do what I've read in the month of May since we're at the end of May, and it'll kind of just jumpstart me coming back to YouTube. I have kind of I guess I should have said this at the beginning. So maybe I'll clip this in at the beginning. I should have said that I've kind of changed my name, my brand to Soupy Goose, just because it's my gamer tag and I just think it's really funny. And so it doesn't kind of limit me to like just books. So I just kind of post whatever. Well, let me pull up here my Goodreads and we'll kind of go through the books that I've read, kind of what I felt about them. So again, I'll probably do the same format as I have in the past, where I'm just doing either weekend vlogs, weekly vlogs, and then most of the time I am reading just because that's my main hobby. Although I did get Paralives because I love The Sims, but I was really bored with The Sims, so I haven't played in a while. But Paralives came out and I am obsessed. It is so fun. I just recently bought it probably 3 or 4 days ago, and I started a family, and I'm just now building like my first house. It is a little bit different. Like the controls are a bit different and the character style is a bit different. At first I really did not like the character style, but it has grown on me and I think they're really cute. But yeah, I am building my first home and it's really fun. Everything is so customizable. If you have it, you have like the color wheel and you can drag beds to make them bigger, smaller, couches, same thing. You can just put like countertops in the kitchen and just drag and it creates multiple. It's just so fun, so easy. All right. So the first book that I finished in May was Ruthless Fae, which is the second in the Zodiac Academy. So I've read the first Zodiac Academy, and then I think it was like 1.5 or point 0.5, I can't remember, which was the boys' point of view because I really could not get past the bullying in Zodiac Academy. I I just don't like bullying in general, so it was really hard for me to kind of get into it. I really don't know if I'm gonna keep going on with Zodiac Academy just because after the second book, I was not like eager to pick up the third one. So if you've read Zodiac Academy past the second book and you think it's worth it, let me know. But if you haven't read Zodiac Academy is basically these two girls that are living in mortal realm. The beginning of the first book, um they're living in the mortal realm. People, they can't trust people. People have always left them, things like that. They get basically kidnapped into Zodiac Academy, which is a fantasy type of realm where there's vampires, werewolves, sirens, everything like that. And come to find out, their actual biological parents were the king and queen until they died. And now they have to fight within the Zodiac Academy to see if they can get their right to the throne back. They don't really care to get it back, but everybody thinks that they do. They just really want the money because they've never had money. Oh, I forgot to mention they're twin girls. So that's kind of what it is. And there's like five heirs, and they're all just trying to get them to leave Zodiac Academy, basically. And there's a lot of bullying in the first book. But the second book is just obviously a continuation of kind of their time at Zodiac Academy. I just thought it was kind of boring. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. So again, I'm not really sure if I'm going to continue on with that series, but if you have and you really enjoyed it, let me know. And then the second book that I read in May was Sealed by Laura Pavlov. Is a single dad, and this woman. She is just trying to find a date to her sister's wedding, someone that their family would not really like, and she just wants to ruffle feathers basically. She's not someone that gets attached to relationships. He said, "Yes, I'll go," because he had recently bought a bar and she works for like a journalism tabloid situation, and she could get him a spread in that paper magazine thing. So that's why he agreed. I was like, "Why would he agree?" Anyway, fake dating, one bed, all the things that I love. But if you haven't read the Willow Springs series by Laura Pavlov, I really did enjoy them. It's five girls that have been friends since high school, and you kind of the first book starts in high school, well, like senior year, and kind of goes from there. I really did enjoy those on audio, and I gave that one a 4 out of 5 star. The next book that I finished in May was Play Along in the Windy City series by Liz Tom Ford. I love the Windy City series. I actually just got the whole original cover, the whole series from Pango. I can't believe I found it. And it wasn't like ungodly expensive, because some people were charging like $300 or $400 for the set. And I'm like, no. So Play Along is well, the Windy City series, Cindy series in general, is just about a group of professional sports players. Depend like some are baseball, some's hockey, basketball. This one is baseball again, and it is based off of the lead um, doctor. She's not the doctor, but she is like the medical assistant for the baseball team. Like when they get injured or if they need like help with stretching and things like that. And it's also with one of the baseball players. I don't know. If you haven't read it, you just have to, because they're just so good. I gave that one a 5 out of 5 stars. And that one is also um it's not fake dating. They actually accidentally got married. So, whoopsie. So, the next book that I finished in May was Rewind It Back by Liz Tom Ford. Same series. And this one is hockey. And then this is actually Second Chance romance. This one was so good. She is an interior designer and moves in next door because she can't afford a lot of things. So she moves in next door with her friend, and she just doesn't know that she's actually moving next door to her childhood boyfriend, and they haven't seen each other in some time. He doesn't know, but he knew that his neighbor was getting her house renovated. He was like, "Oh, can I get that interior designer's number?" And she's like, "Yeah." Turns out it's her. So I don't know, really, I would just ate those books up. The next is Claimed in the Willow Spring series by Laura Pavlov. As you can tell, I just like to keep going on in a series. I really don't like to split them up if I can help it. But this one is the last book in the series. And this one is also a high school sweetheart, second chance romance. She owns a like event planning business, and he is a country music star. He left town, broke up with her, said don't contact me. It's been some time, and he comes back for his sister's wedding that she is planning. So good. I gave that one a 4 out of 5. I don't know if I said, but I gave Rewind It Back a 5 out of 5 as well. The next one was Are We Surprised? In Our Own League by Liz Tom Ford. So this isn't technically part of the series, but I would still say it's kind of part of the series. But this one I gave a 4 out of 5. This one is actually about the baseball team's manager and new owner. Scandalous. It's also, there's a little bit of an age gap. I think it's only like a decade. I don't know. That one is so good too. So good. And then the next book that I read was And Now Back to You by B.K. Borison. Unfortunately, I only gave this one a 3 out of 5 star. I really loved the first one in the series. The series is Heartstrings. The first one was First Time Caller, and I loved that one. It just wasn't as fun as the first one. So this one is kind of, oh, it's inspired by When Harry Met Sally, but I've never seen that movie, so I don't know. So this one's based off of Jackson and Delilah. Jackson, a he is on the radio and Delilah's on TV, but they both do weather. She's aspiring to do weather, but her boss like really hates her. So he makes her do all of these stupid things. But they get, and they're kind of like different networks because one's radio, one's TV, but their bosses come together to see if they could get like more coverage because there's a big snowstorm. So they get sent out to like middle of nowhere and one hotel room, one bed situation. They don't like each other for a whole lot of reasons, you think. So I gave that one a 3 out of 5. It just wasn't as good as the first one. I think I was just expecting a little bit more than it was. And then the last book that I finished was actually yesterday, May 30th, and that was Cowboy Casual, by who is this by? Holly Renee. And this one is the Callaway Ranch series, the first one. I gave this one a 4 out of 5 stars. I guess I've been reading a lot of second chance romance this month, which is not my favorite either, which is surprising that I've read so many of them. But this one is about Blair and Colt Calloway, and they were high school sweethearts. Everybody thought they would stay together forever. Some things happen in the past, which I can't divulge because that would give some things away, but there's just like this big secret that kind of affected the way that things played out like a decade ago, and she left town. So I don't know, that one was really good too. I just love cowboy romances, so I plan to read the second one in that series, which I don't know what the second one's called. Oh, Small Town Smoke Show, which I actually just downloaded on Kindle. So I'll be starting that one. I'm also in the middle of, what is that? Brights of Starling by Devney Perry, which is a romantasy. And then for book club, which is actually in like 2 days, I need to read Variation by Rebecca Yarros, and I just started that one. Probably have 5 minutes in. But that's kind of what I'm reading. I'm coming back and we'll just have fun vlogging, catching up. It is about to be, well, it kind of is summer now. So hopefully we'll have a lot of time at the pool, a lot of books to read, Paralives. I've been watching Summer House from the beginning. So I'm on season 2 of Summer House and it's so fun, so messy. And that's kind of all there is. So I will see you guys in the next video, which will probably be a weekend vlog, just because throughout the week I am quite busy. Obviously, I work 9 to 5, so probably a weekend vlog. If you want to see any playthroughs for like Paralives, I don't know how to do that, but I'm sure my husband can figure it out. And I think that would be really fun to do. But if you have any video suggestions, anything like that, please comment down below. And also I'll link my Instagram. Okay, I will see you guys next weekend. Bye.